Welcome to I Know What I'm Talking About.
Welcome back. I know what I'm talking about.
I know what I'm talking about.
You don't know what you're doing, though, because you're doing your mic thing again.
Is it? Is this it?
You got to get it closer to your mouth.
I know what I'm talking about, but I don't know what I'm doing with this mic. What do I do with my hands?
Oh, man. It's so awkward, like trying to just be on camera and record things and stuff. Like, I don't know. It's like no matter what, you don't get used to starting it.
No.
Like, I think once you get into it and you have like kind of a flow and a rhythm, it's way easier. But it's always so awkward getting started.
For sure. I mean, because you've done podcasts before, and this is my first time doing it. So, like, this needs to be more of a conscious effort and a thought, like, when I move, keep this with me.
Absolutely.
I'm going to get a little sweat stain right here in this little crease area with how my body runs hot.
Hey, it's worth it. It's all worth it. We got to make sure the audio's on point, and we got to look professional. We got to look like we know what we're talking about.
I kind of know what I'm talking about.
Oh, man. Well, we're back here for episode 3, which I'm excited about.
Yes, super.
I think, we kind of secretly like got everything ready for the launch. We announced it. We already had both the first 2 episodes recorded.
Mm-hmm.
We were like, just really trying to hype it up a little bit before launching. I'm super happy with where we landed in that first couple of days. I mean,
honestly, like, it was funny because I was like, God damn, dude, like, this is doing some things, and like, it's a mixture of our friends all together. But
for sure,
this is where it starts. This is like humble beginnings, and it's. I catch myself like super excited looking at all the notifications, and I'm like, maybe I need to calm down and let Nick get some dopamine drops or some little hits so he can check out some notifications.
No, it's all good. It's all good because I'll have the TikTok.
Oh, true.
So once that one starts popping off, it'll be good. I started it today, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I found you on there and followed you, even though you don't post or interact or anything on it.
Every now and then I go back and look. I was like, oh yeah, I used to post on here. Like whenever I was originally doing like silly little skits and whatever ideas. That I had.
which those me seeing those skits and stuff was what made me want to ask you if you wanted to do something together, because we worked together. Obviously, we talked about that. Mm-hmm. But when I saw that you were making little skits and videos and things like that, it was like, okay, here's somebody close to me that like is interested in the same shit that I am, because I was making skits and stuff too. But then when we found out, I don't remember how we ended up talking about it, but when we did that storytelling event, that was basically where all of this started for us.
For sure. So yes, shout out to you, kid.
Yeah, absolutely, Raymond.
Because I met him, and then like you met him, and then you like, I know you want to do this, and I was like, I do want to do this.
Yes, that's right.
So you and like we got together and we did like a couple like rough goes, and like we did a couple of rough goes, and we worked on some things together. And the idea of doing any kind of storytelling, it's like, maybe we're gonna run through this a couple of times. And
right.
Don't just think you can get a microphone in your hand and people in front of you and you're gonna act normal or
not at all. Even if you know the story in and out,
right,
and you've told it all the time, it's like it's got to be able to work in that format,
right? And if I told that story so many times, and even like we got together, I thought I had it polished. On the way home, I just ran through it again, just to like, let me hit this one, because there were certain parts I was tweaking, and like I wanted to put that information at this part, and I was like, how do I end this? And on the way home, I'm still doing not recordings, but like attempts or run throughs. And once I did it, it was interesting, my thought process on it, because it wasn't even me thinking of the story. It was like, in this beat, and then this beat, and then this beat, and then don't forget that, because you had that lined up perfect. And it's work to do any of that. It
really is. And honestly, everybody else who was there did a great job. Like, you could tell everybody was prepared. Like, there was a lot of people who were doing it for the first time, just like we were. And it's a storytelling event run by our friend. It's called Talking Dirty After Dark here in Dallas. And essentially, you can sign up to be a speaker, but you're not guaranteed to get picked.
Yeah, they have like a little cool pot where they put a bunch of names in and like literally pulling names out of the hat kind of style. And yeah, whenever you're pulled, you go up there, and like if you don't get pulled, you don't get to go up.
Right.
So your nerves might be like on 10 the entire night.
For sure, just like anticipating it, never knowing when it's headed your way.
Getting in front of the firing squad.
Yeah, but we got lucky and we both got picked that first time we went.
Yeah,
and we both had our stories prepped. And no, it was awesome.
Yeah,
I could tell you were a little nervous.
Guilty.
No, but you did a great job. I mean, that was so much fun. That was like a rare like new experience as an adult. You know,
for sure. I mean, I love stand-up comedy. Like even as a kid, I was like, could I do stand-up comedy as a thing? And like, I think I'm funny and like I joke around all the time. So it's like, let's try it, and just never really did it. And that was like a fun like cosplay stand-up comedy.
100%. Because it's like your story doesn't have to be funny, but it's us.
Yeah.
So we're trying to make it funny. Like the story, the whole point of it is to be up there telling a funny story for us. Like that was the goal.
I was a little bit nervous. I was like, I'm up there having fun. And like 2 days before we were going to do it, I looked up their website and their Instagram and watched a couple other people's stories and like, oh my God, these people are serious.
Yeah.
My story is not serious.
No, for sure. And my story is like, you have to tell it in a funny way.
Yeah.
Because it's not inherently funny. Like if I told that story from a place of like, this was true trauma and like, my childhood experience and whatever, you could easily just, end with a fucking, little snappy, wow, we you're so brave, kind of ending.
In the audience like come up to you afterwards crying like, your story is exactly what I was. It's like, no, it's not. I'm like, sorry, no, dude. I'm happy to be here for you.
Yeah, but it was just funny. I just wanted you to laugh.
We have a dark sense of humor, is what it might be.
I think so. I would go ahead and guess that would be the case. Where do you think you got your sense of humor from?
God, my mom for sure.
Yeah,
my mom is wild. I love her so much. It's whenever like I think about like, why did I? Oh. My mom. Got it from my mama.
The pieces start falling into place. You're like, got it.
Yeah, just like her.
That's funny. Does she have a dark sense of humor as well?
She has a wild sense of humor.
All right.
Yeah, she can go dark, but like it's just wild, like off the cuff comments or whatever. She's fun.
No filter kind of stuff.
No filter.
Got it.
No filter.
All right.
But that's why I love my mama, and ain't no one like my mama. Let me make sure that's clear.
Right. Shout out. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know where my sense of humor came from other than like my dad was very jokey. Like he would crack a lot of jokes and stuff. But we also watched a lot of TV and movies and stuff growing up.
Yeah.
And like we were big time Simpsons family. And, if anything about me, it's either that I hate cilantro or I love The Simpsons.
Correct.
And so, yeah, we definitely had a good, like, every single day we were there on the couch watching The Simpsons together.
That's what's up.
And like, I pretty much was like raised on that. and like having a good enough sense of humor to like, be watching it and getting it and understanding it took me a long time. I was like actively like trying to like figure that out,
Right. Oh, like how to tell a joke or like what makes that joke you told funny.
Like this, like why was this joke so genius? You know what I mean? Like
I mean, yeah, they had some deep layered stuff for that Simpsons, like especially back in the day.
Yeah, the early seasons, those are the best. And, yes, I'm an old guy talking about how early Simpsons is better or whatever. But yeah, I think that's really what like developed my sense of humor.
Yeah. That's interesting that Simpsons was your thing, because I think back to my childhood and when it was movie time or TV time in general, TGIF was like a legit thing in our household. We got together. It was Family Matters was like the biggest show we watched, and like the main one. I swear that was some fond memories, man. Way to peel that layer back,
dude.
And like
bring
that one in. Oh God,
yeah.
I want to go back and watch some of that. Like,
I know
the whole family, like mom, dad, both sitting there, brother and sister. They would come watch TV too, and like we'd watch the fuck out of some TGIF. All those. What were the
I'm
shows?
trying to remember what all was on TGIF. Like,
was it Step by Step?
Step by Step, yes, for sure.
I know Family Matters. God bless.
I know we watched it too, but I can't think of exactly what it was.
Was Dinosaurs a part of that too?
Ooh, it might have
I
been.
think Dinosaurs was a part of.
These are all shows I watched for sure. I'm trying to like piece it together. No, I remember we were definitely into all of those shows. We watched Fresh Prince all the time. We watched a lot of Friends.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people. Friends is a little polarizing.
Yeah.
People either think it's like not funny whatsoever, and like I always thought it was funny. I never thought it was like the best show in the world, but I was laughing my ass off.
I mean, fair enough. Okay, hold on, wait. I have something to go back on that.
All right,
but we can start here. So Perfect Strangers was a part of it.
Oh yeah.
Full House.
Yep.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yes.
Family Matters. Step by Step. Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Yeah, yeah.
And Sister, and I don't know what the fuck, Clueless. They had a TV show?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Or maybe they just aired it often. I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's very weird. But
yeah, I remember all the shows.
Yeah. That was a part of the lineup. And for sure, the main one we were watching was Family Matters.
Yeah.
That was fun. Now, on the Friends thing, I never really watched it that much. But funny enough, one of my exes was neighbors with someone on the show.
What? Wait.
She was friends with like her best friend. Her brother was on the show.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Matthew Perry.
What?
I was in that household, their little household growing up. Like,
dude, what? That's insane.
Ojai, California. Shout out.
Oh my God. R.I.P. Matthew Perry.
For sure.
That's a sad situation. That's like all in the news right now.
For sure. And actually, I didn't meet him, but he was in the vicinity of me once for a wedding we went to. Wild stories.
That's still wild, dude. That's crazy. That's like a huge person.
For sure. And like, it's probably a good thing that I didn't watch the show, because had I been a big fan, I would have been fanning out hard.
For sure.
Hard in there.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. Okay, I'm not trying to steal your story here, but this is a podcast.
This is exactly what this is. This is us kicking it, but we have microphones in our hands.
Absolutely.
And I'm trying to make sure the microphone stays in front of my face.
Okay, so let me tell you guys this story. It's going to be so interesting, and you're going to love it. I need to reposition myself. I look like a fucking trash bag on the camera. See, that's a good thing about having this monitor here, is you can tell how bad or good we look at any moment.
Correct.
No, I was the same way. So the biggest celebrity that I met and interacted with in like a real one-on-one type situation. I mean, there was other people there, but it was Aaron Rodgers.
Oh shit!
And
that's a big one.
Pretty big.
Are you a baseball fan?
I am not a football fan at all. He's a football player.
Oh my God.
Sam, you're supposed to know what you're talking about. What is happening right now?
Dude.
I love that just happened.
Aaron Rodgers for the Jets. I don't know why I was.
Oh my God. That's fucking hilarious.
This is going to happen again and again and again.
I love it.
I'm so sorry.
That's amazing. That's hilarious.
Do we know what we're talking about?
I know what I'm talking about on this particular piece here.
Yes, okay.
Yes, Aaron Rodgers, the quarterback, the football player. He was QB for Green Bay at the time.
Okay.
And he owned a house in San Diego while I was living there. And I met his brother through mutual friends.
Just like on accident, just walking around, or like?
No, like my friend that I worked with grew up with them. They're from the same town in California, from Chico. And so like they all knew each other, and me and my friend happened to be living in San Diego at the same time together.
Bet.
So he was like, hey, I'm hanging out with my buddies who are from my hometown, but they live here. Let's go. And so we rolled up, and I'm just like, I walked into this giant mansion and I'm just like, okay, this is crazy. And I ended up meeting Aaron Rodgers' brother, and he was living there. Like Aaron owned the house, but he wasn't like staying there. He had his house in Green Bay.
I got you.
So his brother and his best friend growing up lived there, and they had other people. God bless. And so we started doing, dude, I know that house was amazing too. And we started doing family dinner nights.
Yeah.
And so we would take turns like buying food and, me and that group of friends, whatever. And one day I went to the house for a family dinner night and I walked in, my hands were full. I had beer and groceries and I opened the door handle with my elbow and I pushed back into it and I turned around and Aaron Rodgers is just standing right in front of me. And I'm like, I just walked into Aaron Rodgers' front door.
What up?
Like, what? Like, and I'm like, and he's just like, hey, what's up, man? You need some help? And he like grabbed the beer from me and like, super nice and very
regular person,
very regular. And we had our dinner. We were like talking about, actually we were like doing white people tacos. So we were like in an assembly line,
Okay.
And so he saw my Texas tattoo on my neck and he was like, oh, are you from Texas? I was like, yeah, I'm from Dallas. He's like, oh, I was just there not that long ago. And I was like, yeah, I know. You won the Super Bowl there, dude. Like,
oh, that was around that time.
It was the year after.
So this was like freshly after the Super Bowl.
Literally like the next year. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, and so I was just like, bro, like, yeah, I know you were just in Dallas. Like, what are you talking about?
Kick their ass, man.
Yeah. But then we started playing board games and stuff. Like we were just having a good old time. And he turned into like quarterback mode and he was like, all right, we're going to do guys versus girls. Here's the rules, blah, blah, blah. You guys, like he was just taking action. And the first game we played was Pictionary. And I was like, hey, I can draw, dude. And so we started killing it. Like, and then every time we would get an answer right, he would get up and high five me over the coffee table, like across the living room. And I was just like, what the hell is going on? Like, I'm not supposed to be in this situation, getting high fives from Aaron Rodgers, Super Bowl champ.
So after every high five, like, could you feel your drawing skills get like a little bit better?
Yes, I had to.
By proxy.
It's like, just like,
just touch him a little bit. I gotta go.
Getting some championship vibes, getting some, dude. Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
That's so wild. I see that my story was knowing he wasn't there whenever I was over at the place. Like I was just visiting, like I'm with the ex and she's visiting her friend. It's like, hey, yeah, come with us. We're gonna go check it out and like, hang out for a little bit. And I was like, bet, let's go.
That's awesome.
But it was interesting. It's always an interesting story because everyone loves Friends.
Right,
like,
right.
I'm glad I did it. I'm so glad I did it because I would have been awkward and weird.
That's the funny thing is that like I think your story is crazier because I'm a Friends fan.
Yeah. And I'm a baseball fan. I don't give a shit. And I love your story.
Biggest baseball fan in Texas here, you guys, for sure.
The biggest.
Oh my God. That's amazing. I thought you were fucking with me for a second, and then I realized you were being genuine.
I don't even remember who I was talking or who I was thinking whenever you said that either.
Maybe A-Rod?
Maybe. I think that might be it. But I'm terrible with sports in general. If it's not MMA or martial arts, man, it's good luck.
No, for sure. It has to be someone at the level of Aaron Rodgers for me to even know who they are.
And I know who he is for sure because of his skill level and like killing it.
Yeah.
Killing us.
Yeah. I think he's a little bit not cool now.
Was it like a trip for ayahuasca? Or?
Yeah, I don't know. I know he's got some weird, drama and shit around him and stuff.
Yeah.
And,
he came back, and now that he's back, he's not doing as well. Is that what?
I guess so, man. I mean, how good can you do at baseball after you leave and come back? Honestly,
I don't know. The whole world of sports is interesting in general. Like that level too, because it's interesting doing anything at our level, like, and then meeting someone who does something that's like. We're professionals, and you see how easy it is for them. And like, man, for me to throw a ball anywhere near that, I'm having to like get a running start first.
Yeah.
And he's just like,
oh man, I have no athleticism in my body whatsoever. Like I've always said, the closest thing to a sport that I'm good at is darts.
I mean, that is a thing too. Like when you see those professionals, and this is like, how do they get it in that? It's luck when I get bullseye. Like at the last little bit where like we have everything else that's hit and we're just waiting for bullseye. Those are
taking
all
an hour.
Shots.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh my God, I can't close this out. No, I'm pretty good at darts. I haven't played in a while. I have a dartboard that I never got to hang up. Oh. So I'm gonna do that soon. Yeah. And I say that, but I've had it for like over a year.
How nice is it?
I don't know. Oh. I've never even opened it.
Is it okay? We never. Do you know if it's cork though, or
I have no fucking clue.
Oh shit! Well,
It's under my bed. It was a Christmas gift, and I was excited as hell, and I had nowhere to really put it. And then I just never did
Let's
it.
put them on. Let's let them know that you haven't even opened.
She knows.
Whoops.
I didn't. My thing was, it comes with a hanging template.
Yeah.
And I knew I would lose it if I opened that thing up.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
So I was like, I'm not going to risk losing that. I need it for whenever I'm going to hang it. And I'm probably going to do it in my next place.
Get it? I'll make you do it because I want to play darts.
Dude, I love darts.
That's probably what got me into baseball.
I mean, it's the closest thing to it that I'll ever do. That's for sure.
Now, growing up skateboarding, pros would come to town and like they'll skate my skate park, and I just see them like ollie to flat, and like you didn't even. How did from this? I've never been able to get anywhere near.
God,
it's just interesting. It's a skill level. It's learning to lean at a certain spot, and I don't know. You get like little parts and like little clips, and you get close to it. But it's a thing. Whenever you see, man, there's levels to everything.
Right.
Athletic.
And those people are doing that consistently.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, shit. Like, yeah, I hit that trick that I've been trying for months. Awesome. They just do it.
Yeah. That's
cool.
their warm up.
Yeah. Like, awesome. And there's very few things that I feel like, I mean, I'm sure it's normal and average for like most people to not be, excelling at something at a level like that, but there are so few things that I even think that I could even like enter the world into, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like even like art and design and stuff like that. Like I know my value, but I ain't the fucking dopest dude in the world. You know what I mean? We work with so many talented people. And then like, especially if you start talking about illustration, dude, you'll never see me at that level.
Man, you got something going on with you.
I mean,
people know who you are.
I know how to play to my strengths.
That's the skill.
That's the skill.
That's
it's not
the true skill.
It's not the thing that I do. It's the obsession of it and like learning everything I can about it, buying the right tools and whatever.
Can you recognize the thing that you have like that just God-given like skill to? And like, do you like it?
Right.
That's the shitty thing too. Like, did you recognize your skill, but you're like, I don't really care to do this. Is I can cut hair well. Right.
Like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to touch people.
Dude, imagine you find out you're the world's best masseuse. But
my God,
you're not a people person.
You're like, you're also a germaphobe. God, that's like what? It's like a monkey paw, like I want to be the best masseuse in the world, and then it happens. But you're also turned into agoraphobe. You're like, you can't leave your own house.
Can't leave your house. People got to come over and put on paper shoes before they can step inside.
Tissue boxes. God, it's like what is the? I feel like there was something where it was like everybody gets like a superpower, but there's like a curse that comes with it or something.
There's a show, Misfits.
I love the Misfits. That's not what I'm talking about though. But shit. I fucking love the Misfits. I fucking love you. I love that goddamn show.
Dude, it was
so
a good one. It was I watched it from start to finish like a few different times.
Yeah,
like a few different times.
It's so good.
And that one, it kind of does have that effect.
Yeah, I mean, they're already kind of just like they had bad luck to begin with. And then they get their weird powers.
But it's cool because like the dude who can rewind time, like he was pressed and thinking about, man, if I didn't do this, if I can just go back in time and fix that.
Yeah.
You get that power. I forgot the other ones. The dude thought he was invisible.
Felt
invisible.
Yeah.
So he turns invisible.
Becomes invisible.
The chick who was like self-conscious about her looks. And so she
could read people's minds. Yeah, that was
a good show. I gotta go back and rewatch
dude that. It's so good. and
the TGIF lineup.
Yeah, for real. And then I love the actor too, the guy I don't even remember what his power is, but he's Klaus on the Umbrella Academy.
Oh, the guy who he can't die, or he comes back.
Oh, that's his power in Umbrella Academy. Is it the same in Misfits?
The guy with the curly hair and he's like really like flamboyant.
He's like very like Jack Sparrow mannerisms. Yes.
Yes. He can't die. Like he just comes back to life.
That's so weird because that's the same power he has in Umbrella Academy.
Interesting.
I never put that together.
Do something better, Hollywood. What are you doing?
Yeah, what the fuck? Even though I love both of those shows.
I haven't gotten into Umbrella Academy.
Umbrella Academy's good.
What's nuts is like my lady likes it and she doesn't like TV that much at all. And I was like, God damn it, why isn't one show you get into?
No, it's good. It's good. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
I'll give it another
if
shot.
She's probably finished it because it ended this year.
Yeah. She might not have. She doesn't watch TV that often. That's kind of why it's like one thing she did find. But maybe I'll talk to her.
Yeah.
I'll give it a watch.
There's a whole season that happens in Dallas during, but like in the 60s. Yeah.
Not
it's
during
interesting.
the shooting and whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, is okay.
I wasn't going to spoil it for you, but
I might have saw clips or whatever.
I have a feeling you're not going to watch it. So it's fine.
I mean, I can't lie. There's so much new shit out.
Dude, I'm so bad at recommendations too.
Yeah.
If somebody recommends something to me, I'm so opposed to it mentally. I don't know why. And then one day, 2 years later, I'll be like, maybe I'll give this a try. Like, bitch, they told you to watch this years ago.
And then it's actually exactly for you. Like, this is off brand. My bad.
And then I can never tell my friend that I saw it.
Yeah.
Can't let him know.
So we're talking about like embarrassing stories and like meeting like celebrities and whatnot.
Yeah.
Whenever I was younger, there was me and two friends, Zach Eccles and Anthony Padilla, which you might have met Anthony Padilla.
I haven't met him, but I know who he is.
Nerds back in the day and in love with skateboarding. We watched this video, Osiris, Fulfill the Dream? No, Osiris the Storm, skate video, Osiris Shoe Company.
Mm-hmm.
They were killing it. Turns out they were coming to town once. And we were like, fuck, let's go see them do their demo thing.
Yeah.
And we check it out and it's fun. We have a good time. We get stuff signed and whatnot. But my sister finds out where they're going to be, like just driving. She finds their tour van at a hotel that's not that far away from us.
Oh, no.
We were maybe like, definitely old enough to drive. We weren't old enough to drive. Maybe 10, 11. No, it had to be older than that. Maybe like 13. 13 to 14. We go up there and we were like expecting to like, oh, it's going to be cool and super excited. This was my very first, like, don't meet your celebrities.
Yeah.
Do not meet your favorite celebrities out in public. They were not stoked to see us. They saw us like from a mile away and we're like, wrap it up. Let's go.
Oh,
and like
my
we couldn't
God.
even make it to him. We were like, oh, let's just not even stop. Like, let's just like curve back and like not even go in. This was like hands down, like, God, one of the most embarrassing like moments of like a childhood life. And it sucks so much more because his dad who dropped us off there was like, you sure you want to do this?
Yeah.
Like looking at us like, yeah, we met him earlier. They was cool as fuck.
It's like, nah, y'all look real creepy right now. Like, don't do this.
They were the hot girls, and we were like that dude that did not get the hit. No. We got you a drink. You owe us some time. I bought your shoes. We watched your skate video.
Oh my God. They're like, no means no, dude. Get out of here.
Do a kickflip for us.
Oh my God.
I don't even know what we were expecting to get from them either. I think we just wanted to like kick it with them and like hang out.
They seemed like, cool.
They seem hella cool.
That's amazing.
So embarrassing.
That's funny, dude. God. That's a great, like, that's little kid brain. Like, that's
for sure.
Like,
for sure.
It just makes sense.
You be the celebrity. You hang out with them. That's cool. That's how life works.
That's it.
I mean, it also like because we hung out at skate park all the time and we hung out with skaters. So like,
right. It seems not that big of a normal deal. And regular.
Right.
You know, I feel like it makes sense because I think like I have like I don't really have anything that like stops me from talking to people typically. Mm-hmm. And like, I do kind of have a little bit, despite being Mexican, I got a little bit of caucasity when it comes to talking to famous people. Like, I'll just talk to them. I'll just go up to them. I'll just do it. I don't care. And like, it's gotten me some cool like opportunities and some like
Aaron
weird
Rodgers.
stuff. Yeah. I mean, that kind of happened to me, but like, Like Dana had introduced me to Casey Musgraves as an artist, and nice. I liked her music, and you know, I'm not a big country person at all, but I like got super into Casey Musgraves, and I draw a lot of cowgirls, so I drew her as a cowgirl, posted it on Instagram, tagged her, she saw it, liked it, followed me on Instagram, fucking dope. And then we just started chatting and like DMs, just like regular stuff, like, hey, I draw more stuff. If you want some pins or something designed, blah, 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 let me know, whatever. And we like chatted for like a good few months. She sent me tickets for us to go see her show and do a meet and greet. Dope. We met her, all this stuff, like just because I was not afraid to like reach out and be like, hey, thanks for liking the picture, blah, 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 whatever, you know.
This podcast is like name drop heavy.
Absolutely.
The name of this podcast is just going to be called Name Drop.
Oh, it's okay because
the episode.
She's unfollowed me since then, so it's okay. It's not a flex anymore. It was just a cool thing that happened.
We're about to have an end into Hollywood.
I know. No. Yeah, I was like, damn. I was like, I missed the cut on this one, but whatever.
Have you ever been in a situation where you see the celebrity and you were like trying to talk, but you realize you were super like fanboying out and like,
yes.
So what's that story? Give me that.
Okay. So the one and only time that I got starstruck was, it's not even like that huge of a star, but coming from our world, you'll get it, because I was even at a rap show that was a festival lineup. And I was around a ton of rappers, and you know, some of them I knew personally and just from touring and, you know, music stuff and whatever. I won't name drop anybody else anymore on this time, but I was walking out of the green room and somebody was behind me, so I held the door for them, and I turned around and I looked up, and it was fucking Shock G from Digital Underground.
Yeah,
goddamn Humpty Hump.
It's your chance to do the dance with the hump.
Yes. Fucking Humpty Hump. Fucking Shock G. And like, I even knew he was going to be there.
Yeah.
And
did he have the nose on?
No. He was performing with Merce from Living Legends.
Yeah.
Because Merce had a record that he was on one of the songs. And so he was even on Merce's tour.
Oh, shit.
And just to come out and do that song, which is fucking awesome.
That's dope. That's whenever like you appreciate your celebrity and you're like, dude, I'll be there for my fans.
Absolutely. Like,
that's dope.
One song, don't care. Let's do this. And I had no chance to like even say anything because I just thought I was holding the door for somebody. And I turn around and it's fucking Shock G. And I'm just like all this like history is just like going through my head, you know. I'm like fucking Tupac and shit. Yeah, like, bro, sure. Like what? Like, and he just said thanks, and I just okay, like what?
That's funny.
That was so wild to me, and I was just like, I couldn't believe that I was like standing there with him. And then fast forward when Merce was on tour with him, and they were here in Dallas. Merce, he was on stage. And while he was performing, he took his hoodie off and he was wearing my merch.
Oh shit!
Yes,
dude.
And like I know Merce, and so like that was fucking super cool. I was not expecting him to do that at all. We hadn't even interacted before that show.
Did Merce know how much you were like, oh my god?
Not about Shock G, no.
Okay.
But he knew how much it would affect me and my like position here if he did that. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Because he knew.
A big thing too.
It was awesome.
I love whenever you hear about celebrities coming to town. Like, let me get some local shit.
Yes.
Rep their shit.
And like, he knew I was going to be at the show, but we hadn't interacted before. I hadn't run into him yet.
Yeah.
But then after the show, we went to fucking in Deep Ellum, the cafe. I can't remember what it's called right now.
Brazil.
Yes, Cafe Brazil.
Gotcha.
We went over there for food after the show, and Shock G came there too. And I was sitting there at the table with Shock G and Merce and my brother, and like just hanging out.
Yeah.
Eating dinner with them late night.
That's fucking sick.
Wild. Yeah. So I had remnants of that, you know, being starstruck in that time too, but it wasn't like that first interaction. Like, it was crazy.
I think from my Osiris whatever thing, that kind of like killed it for me, because I was like, I ain't never gonna let them, ain't no celebrity get anything out of me. But another one, we're going back into time, and this is so from the Friends, the chick who my ex.
Yeah.
Had a friend who was
Watch your mic.
Oh, watching the mic. So the Friends, whatever. There was another wedding that happened out there, and Ted Danson was there.
Oh shit!
And like, not even like a big Ted Danson fan, but like, I was like, at a wedding in Ojai, California. So like, in general, there's just like a lot of celebrities that are going to be
for
around
sure, yeah,
whatever in whatever location. But he was just there. I turned around, and I was like, starstruck as fuck. But self-conscious or like aware enough to know that like don't go up to him,
right?
Like let him enjoy this.
Yeah,
like, he's here. He's like not expecting to be like signing autographs
for sure.
Pictures. So I was like, I'm not even gonna go up to him. But the time it took for me to recognize who he was, he spotted me.
He knew you saw him.
Knew that I saw him, and knew that I was like, like he saw the thought of like I know who you are. You're
That's
dancing.
funny.
It was very awkward and like. I don't think it was anything to him. I doubt like he even remembered or noticed.
Right.
Like, once he got home, he was like completely not even thinking about it. But it was a funny thing of like noticing him,
funny.
Taking the time to realize like, oh, that's who that is, and him the whole time like watching me like, God damn it, now I got it.
That's amazing.
No, you're good, man. You're good. You're good.
What we need like a universal like greeting, like hand gesture.
Yeah.
For like, hey, I know who you are. I ain't gonna say shit. Well, I see you. I see you. Because I feel like there's a lot of times where I see people.
That would be good if there was just like a little
just to be able to be like
gesture.
Like I know, now you know that I know.
Is it?
But
is that it?
I'm gonna leave you alone.
Is this what we do?
It might be it's a little creepy though, because okay, so
that's too big of one. Because anyone else around would be like, oh shit,
right? Everybody will start looking. I had a moment that would have been perfect for. Which was I was in Paris at a coffee shop, and when I walked in, so I was with a group, and when I walked in, I kind of like strayed away from my group because I noticed somebody, and in my head I was like, I feel like I know that person. Like, why does that person look so familiar? And so then the whole rest of the time we were sitting there having coffee, I was like just distracted, trying to figure out where I knew this person from, and then it hit me and I realized she was an actress from House of Dragons.
Which one?
The Queen Alicent, but as the younger one.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
So once I put it together, I was like, that's who that is. I looked over and we had the same moment where she saw me see her. And, she's not like a huge enough actress or anything to be like,
for sure.
She's not going to get swarmed or anything.
For sure.
But it was like fresh. Like I think they had just aired her last episode.
Oh shit.
So it was like very fresh.
Gotcha.
And so I was like, that's fucking her. Like I know it is. I'm not gonna say anything or whatever, but it would have been nice to have a gesture to be able to be like, hey, that's you, right? And her be like, oh, that's me. All right, cool. That's it. But I wasn't sure if it was her. And then I went and I looked on Instagram and she was in Paris for a fashion show.
Oh, dope. Oh, that's funny.
And I was like, yep, that was definitely her.
As you were talking about, I was like, I wonder if there was like any filming that was going out there, or like why was she out there? Like, that's a funny thing to like run into somebody who's like in that moment of their career.
Yeah,
like,
for sure. Because if it was going to happen, it'd be happening then, for sure.
I'm in a spotlight right now. I'm out in public, and you are not in your hometown, so you're like lucky that this is happening right now. But the people that live there, like,
exactly.
But you're like that odd man out.
Yep. That's why we need our gesture. Like, hey, I'm not one of these people.
Is this it?
Might be. Then do it back. You're like, all right, yeah.
The right celebrity.
For sure. Like, we made the right person famous. It needs a gesture because you need to be able to say a lot of things at once, like, I know who you are, but please confirm to me this is who you are. Also, but don't draw attention to yourself.
You're gonna get the people that are gonna be like, yeah, I'll for sure do that.
Yeah.
I've been once upon a time out at a bar. Somebody thought I was a dude from TV on the radio, and totally.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I was like, yes, I'm that person.
That's amazing.
Very creepy though, because she was definitely like sending some hints to wanting to go home with me or me take her home or whatever, vice versa. I'm like, oh, this is my life.
You think this is what I would be doing if I was in TV on the radio?
No, I'm joking. But that world or whatever of being that kind of celebrity is like,
yeah.
God bless.
See, I've never been in the, well, I take it back. I have been, because
all the rappers.
Yeah. There's that, man, you know what? It's so funny. This year, I was back in June, I was on a flight back from LA, and I saw an actor at the airport.
Yeah.
And he was the actor from Orange is the New Black.
Oh,
and,
yes.
Yeah. And I recognized him right away. He plays the character Luchek. And I saw him and I was like, that's got to be him. You know, we were at the same terminal, about to catch the same flight. Mm-hmm. And I just went up to him. I just started talking to him. Just like, hey, dude, fan of your work, you know, whatever.
Your superpower.
I'll just do it. And like, and he was like a little bit surprised that somebody recognized him, you know, because he hasn't been in a ton of like huge stuff. Like,
for sure.
Pretty sure Orange is the New Black is like the biggest thing. Very big, but
very big. I watched that shit when I was in New York.
Yeah,
it was like my jam to watch.
No, it was really good and like very popular, and he was a big character in it too. And but again, you know, out like that, like, you know, he's not Aaron Rodgers, like, you know, he does kind of look like Aaron Rodgers a little bit, but we started talking. We were just chilling. He was asking me questions. We were just like, we hit it off, and he was like asking me like, "Are you going to Dallas?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm going home." And he's like, "What's there to do in Dallas? I'm filming there. I'm blah, blah, blah." You know, I gave him some advice, some suggestions, you know, advice like I'm a fucking sage. Gave him some ideas of what to do, where to go. Yeah. And
where not to go is a good.
We followed each other on Instagram. And like, that's, I don't know. That's my caucasity that I have.
I don't have that. It's a weird thing. I don't know. I'm also in my head way too much. I need to get out of it. But the idea to walk up to a celebrity is like out of my mind right now, especially the whole Osiris thing. But that's childhood.
That's haunting you.
It's definitely haunting me. It's definitely been a thing of like, don't ever give them that. Don't.
That's hilarious.
What's wrong with you? But there might be some. I don't know. There might be a celebrity that I'll walk up to. Honestly, if I see like an Israel Adesanya or like any MMA, I've walked up to some of those guys and said, "What's up?" Very cautious. They definitely deserve their space and time.
Absolutely.
There's a dude, Joe Schilling. He was at a bar once, and some dude was being a clown, just dancing around, and like was in his way, and he like tapped him on the shoulder, but like you can tell like he moved him around a little bit, and the dude who was dancing like turned around and tried to like buck up, but like upon bucking up was enough for Joe Schilling to pop.
Holy shit.
Dude was unconscious quick, and I was like, God bless. So those guys are just like on it.
I mean,
24/7, and like granted that's just their training. They don't
the reflexes, like they're just, that's just what their bodies are built to do at this point.
For sure.
Dude, yeah, that is terrifying. See, you need the gesture.
Yeah. Sorry, man. That guy didn't know though. He did not know. The court case and all that stuff like made it very evident he did not know, and other people were saying he's been a little bit of an asshole, like doing too much in people's face. But yeah, he learned who he was.
Yeah,
in a very unfortunate way.
That's crazy.
But man, looks like we ran over time a little bit.
A little bit. That's cool.
Episode 3, man.
Episode 3 in the books. We did it.
Yes, we did.
And you know, we made it very apparent that we know what we're talking about.
Yeah, we know celebrities too.
We know celebrities.
Name drop the fuck out of them.
I know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, he knows who he's talking about. As long as they played baseball, I'll kind of know.
Yeah, exactly. Any sports figures that, you know, want to help us come up with a gesture, I think that's a good move. This is great. I'm super happy we did this again.
Yes, indeed.
We got good feedback on the first 2. Hope you guys enjoy the third, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Peace out, y'all.
Peace.